Well, back in November of last year, the Arizona State Board of Education adopted a new statewide achievement test for Arizona students called AZ Merit.
Now, parents throughout Arizona will be receiving their child's scores this month and next. So to help us interpret them is Robbie Ramirez. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start. AZ Merit, what is that? Let's just kind of do a really broad description of the test.
AZ Merit is the new Arizona assessment of education, and AZ Merit stands for the Arizona Measurement of Educational Readiness to Inform Teaching.
So then, I know some parents are probably waiting for the scores from last year. When can they expect to get those?
Scores are actually going to be coming out this week. They will be delivered to elementary and charter schools, and it will be up to the schools to determine how they are going to distribute them. That may be sending them home with a child in their backpack. It may be mailing them out or providing a parent meeting for parents to get those information and to explain it a little bit.
Now, what will that report actually look like when we receive it as a parent?
Those reports are going to look very similar to this. You will find that the English language arts will be in brown and the math will be in blue. There will be a bar in which will show exactly how your child is performing. It will also give you an idea of how your child's school is performing, as well as other students throughout the state. It will also, which is nice for the first time, on the back will provide a very detailed review of what your child is doing well and what your child might need extra assistance in.
Nice. So this test actually looks a little bit different from previous tests.
Absolutely. It looks different in that as a new test, this first round will set the benchmark for us to measure progress in the future. It also may notice that your child's scores are a little bit lower than you're used to in the past, and that's not because your child isn't doing as well or the school isn't teaching your child the things that they need to, and that's because Arizona has moved to the Arizona College of Career Readiness standards, which are more difficult, and they've really raised the bar, and this test reflects that.
And so when we're talking about these scores, what do they really mean? What should a parent take away from this?
Really, you need to keep in mind that it is one measurement of your child's progress. You need to look at it in terms of what is your child doing in the classroom, what are report cards that are coming home, what does their day-to-day achievement look like, as well as feedback that you receive from your child's teacher. So it's very important to keep in mind that it is one snapshot of your child's progress.
And then can these scores be used for anything else?
Absolutely. These scores are going to be used for a variety of things. It gives us an idea of how students are performing. It also gives us an idea as teachers to know how to adjust our instruction, what instructional strategies may need to be changed, to communicate with parents, how to make accommodations as far as student needs to either challenge them or support them, as well as to facilitate conversations with teachers on improving practice.
So what resources are available to parents if they have questions or they want to do something about these scores?
Absolutely. Parents can visit ArizonaAimsHigher.org. They can find out additional information on the Arizona College and Career Readiness Standards, as well as AZ Merit. And they've also got tip guides for parents they've got grade by grade tips on what your child should be learning at each grade, as well as ways to assist their child.
Wow, we have a lot of information here in a short amount of time on this great test. Thank you so much. Before I let you go, give us an example maybe of what we would find on the test for our students.
Absolutely. The questions look much different because a lot of the questions, instead of just having a traditional multiple choice test, students had to create their answers in English. They had to demonstrate their research and their writing abilities. In math, they had to do complex math problems, and they had to use multi-step problems and explain their thinking. They also had to do drag and drop answers, as well as open-ended questions.
Wow, Robbie, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us all this great information for our parents out there.
Thank you for having me.
And for more information about Expect More Arizona and the AZ Merit scores, you can call 602-648-6615 or visit ArizonaAimsHigher.org.